morning wakes in window light, coffee warms the shore. She checks mail by plants and bowls. He rides slow past little stores. The cafe glows, the market breeze, and sea mist drifts through every door. Garage doors rise, the vans roll out. A bookstore starts the day. Cabins wake in cedar fog. A camera waits by the bay. Old hands carry modern mornings, and the ocean stays close all day. This is a very unusual town on the west coast, where the days move fast but the hearts move slow, where the screens light up and the sea winds blow, and the old hands still make a beautiful world. She joins a call in a room of plants. He writes his code by the sea. Shared desks fill with notes and wires and small bright industry. A podcast hums behind soft curtains as ideas grow quietly. Music rises in a little room, candles wait in ribbon light. Clay turns slow on patient hands, and films glow blue at night. Books and herbs and careful making keep this strange old town alive. Nothing loud and nothing hollow, just work and wonder side by side. Tiny rooms and open futures, with a Pacific close behind. Let the market open, let the bookstore breathe, let the laptops glow, and the sea stay near. Small rooms fill with morning light, books and plants in borrowed space. Bills and blankets, quiet tables, soft old lives with patient grace. Garage beds and cedar cabins still can feel like home. Curtains shape a careful room, balcony tea meets the sky. Backyard gardens, shared warm tables, tiny lights when day goes by. Less to carry, more to keep, in lives made small but bright. This is a very unusual town on the west coast, where the homes are small but the hearts don't close, where the rent runs high but the kindness grows, and the light still falls through the narrow rooms. Weekend markets bloom with bread, tea and flowers change hands. Music drifts along the sidewalk, soft and warm across the land. Books are read in little circles, and the sea stays just beyond. Let us travel down the street, porch light talks at end of in size and not in walls, not in what the world may own, but in hands that keep on building something gentle, something home. Let the porch lights glow, let the small room shine, let the garden grow, and the stories bind.
In a town of crooked signs and light, the old ones wake before the night. They put down badges, coats, and keys, and follow something no one sees.
The fireman smells of bread and smoke. The doctor smiles at shoes he sewed. The sailor waves from dry stone ground, still somehow ocean bound.
This is the life I meant to live, the one I kept inside.
The quiet song, the hidden road, the dream I tried to hide.
This is the heart I almost missed, the truth beneath my skin. Maybe it's never too late to begin again. The policeman plants a garden row where lonely orange flowers grow. The banker feeds the birds at noon. The judge sells pie beneath the moon.
And no one here is out of place. Not one old dream has gone to waste.
They are not lost, they are not strange. They only finally changed. This is the life I meant to live, the one I kept inside.
The quiet song, the hidden road, the dream I tried to hide.
This is the heart I almost missed, the truth beneath my skin. Maybe it's never too late to begin again. What would you do if no one told you no? Where would you go if your heart could lead you home? In that unusual little town, the old lights never dim. They don't become someone new. They become who they've always been.
There's a town beneath the morning haze, where the old bells ring in different ways. A fireman bakes by an open flame, and nobody laughs when he signs his name. A doctor
sits with a worn-out shoe, stitching the road someone never knew. The streets are quiet, the windows glow, like every heart has somewhere to go.
Follow what calls you, even if it calls you late. Even if the world once told you you had to know your place. Follow what finds you when the morning opens wide. You might just find yourself on the other side.
A policeman waters flowers in bloom, says every bloom deserves a chance to.
A sailor dreams on a boat in the street, with no ocean underneath his feet. But the wind still knows him, and the stars still do. Sometimes the life you waited for was waiting inside of you. Follow what calls you, even if it calls you late. Even if the world once told you you had to know your place. Follow what finds you when the morning opens wide. You might just find yourself on the other side. We were trained to carry names, uniforms and old routines, but somewhere under all that dust lives a dream behind the dream. So when the sun comes through your door and your heart asks something more, would you stay where you've always been, or begin again? There's a jingle by the doorway, there's a dance across the floor, there's a happy little heartbeat waiting when I turn the door. You don't care about the weather, you don't care how old I feel, you just bring that bouncing sunshine like the whole wide world can hear.
We go walking after breakfast, past the fence and bakery sign. You make friends with every mailbox, and I laugh the whole long time.
Little paws, big love, running circles through my day. Warm nose, bright eyes, chasing every cloud away. No words, no reason, no condition, just love that came to stay.
You ride proudly in the wagon like a king in golden light. I wave to folks along the sidewalk while you keep your tail upright.
You roll over in the clover, you bring leaves into the room. Then you nap beneath the table like a flower gone in bloom. Every sound is something sweeter when you're somewhere near my chair. Even silence feels like music when your breathing fills the air. Here's to dogs who make us younger. Here's to hearts that never hide. Here's to joy with floppy ears, walking happy by our side. Little paws, big love, that's the song I'm thinking of. Home is not a place alone. Home is being loved by love. Morning light comes dancing in across the kitchen floor. I hear your little collar ring and my old heart wants more. You bring the day in wagon like sunshine on 4 feet. A happy nose, a muddy paw, a love so simple, sweet.
We take the long way downtown, past the bakery and square. Everybody smiles at you like joy is in the air.
Right beside my chair, right beside my door, you make this little house feel richer than before. No words could ever say it, but somehow we both knew. You chase the leaves in circles, then come running back to me. Like every road worth taking ends right where I can see.
At supper you sit waiting with those hopeful shining eyes. I slip you one small biscuit and pretend I'm so surprised.
When evening hums around us and the porch light starts to glow, you lay your head beside me like you've always known. Some loves arrive with thunder, some loves whisper low. Yours came with a wagon tail and followed me back home. Right beside my chair, that's where love has been. A warm nose in my open hand and a faithful little grin. Right beside my chair, that's where love has been. A warm nose in my open hand and a faithful little grin.
Morning sun on the kitchen floor, little paws come tapping by. Coffee's hot, the door swings wide, and there's that happy, faithful smile.
Chase the light across the room, I laugh before the day begins. One warm nose against my hand and the whole old house grins.
Down the street we take our time, past the roses, past the store. Everybody knows your name, you're the mayor of our front porch.
Tail wagging home, here we go. Every little step feels bright.
You make an ordinary day feel like a Saturday night.
No need to explain this love, it just keeps shining right. You steal my sock, I chase you slow, round the chair and down the hall. You look back like, come on friend, and I forget my worries all.
At the market, at the park, you greet the world with happy feet. Every stranger turns and smiles when you dance along the street.
When the evening settles down, you curl close beside my chair. One small sigh, one gentle look turns the quiet into prayer. Some love comes with trumpets loud, some love needs a fancy name, but yours came in on muddy paws and loved me just the same. Tail wagging home, lights aglow. Every road feels warm and true. If I had to name my joy, I'd simply point to you. Morning light on copper streets, old clock singing soft and low. Every window glowing warm, like the town remembers us. Careful hands and quiet hearts move the gears another day. Nothing here's ever rushed, even silence feels alive. Someone leaves a loaf of bread at a lonely neighbor's door. Tiny acts of tenderness hold this little world together. Everything moves gently here, led by memory and care, by patient hearts that still believe there is goodness everywhere. No one walks too fast alone, no soul fades without a name, and the clocks still softly sing through the golden
tower clocks, like protecting fragile dreams. Every turning brass machine breathes with love instead of time. Grandmothers beside the fire sew the quiet back again. Every wrinkle tells a story, every story keeps us warm. Lanterns glow on narrow roads, dust and amber fill the air, and the town keeps breathing softly, like a heart that still remembers. Maybe life was never meant to race against the world outside. Maybe we were made to stay long enough to truly care. So the bells ring through the night, slow and warm above the stone, and the town keeps turning gently, guided by love alone. There's a little town where the windows glow, and the caramel river moves soft and slow. Old hands wake with the morning light to stir a dream in brown and white. Cocoa dust on an apron sleeve, tiny bells in the chocolate eaves. Every street feels warm somehow, like a memory coming back right now. No one hurries, no one runs. They count their days by the setting sun. A cup of cocoa, a chair by the door, a simple joy that still means more. Welcome home to Chocolate Town, where the sweetest dreams come softly down, where quiet hearts can rest a while, and every window wears a smile. It feels unreal, but close and true, like an old warm place that remembers you. The bakery hums with a gentle tune under a sugar-colored moon. Old friends laugh by the market light, holding little cakes through the evening night. There's magic here, but it doesn't shout. It wraps its arms and settles down. In every bridge, in every lane, comfort rises like cocoa rain. Somewhere beneath the golden steam lives the child we used to dream. Still believing, still surprised by chocolate streets and candlelight skies. Maybe wonder doesn't fade, maybe it waits in the things we made, in worn out hands and stories told, in quiet hearts still soft as gold. So let the river move slow tonight, let the town sleep under amber light. If the world feels heavy, come sit down, there's room for you in Chocolate Town. Down by the sea where the old wheels turn, lanterns glow and the ovens burn. Hands worn thin by the salt and rain still build the morning once again. Stone road winding through the grass, nothing here was made to last. Yet every board and weathered sign still remembers another time where the wind kept time, slow and soft like an old hymn line through the fields and the turning sky. The years drift gently passing by, and the old hearts stay like the lantern light that never fades in the town beside the restless tide, where the windmill shadows still survive. Bread still rises before the dawn, grandmothers hum forgotten songs, wine still sleeps in barrels deep, while the tired sea keeps its dreams. Old men laugh beside the square, music floating through the air. Every wrinkle, every scar carries home no matter how far, where the wind kept time, slow and soft like an old hymn line through the fields and the turning sky. The years drift gently passing by, and the old hearts stay like the lantern light that never fades in the town beside the restless tide, where the windmill shadows still survive. Nothing here is in a hurry, not the waves, not even memory. The world grows loud beyond the hill, but this small town town is listening still to wooden songs and drifting rain, to seagulls crying out the names of those who stayed and those who knew how quiet days can carry you, where the wind kept time, turning slow beneath the fading light, through every storm and every year. The